everybody. I'm back with a brand new story. And this is kind of it's not a new book. It's been around for a while, but I came across it and I wanted to share it. And this book has a lot of vocabulary in it. It's a great book for vocabulary. So it's called Carmen, A Little More Red. So I wanted to share it today. And it's by Melissa Sweet. Carmen, A Little More Red by Melissa Sweet. Alphabet. Carmen had a beloved granny who taught her how to read by making alphabet soup. Granny spooned the letters to form the word, and before long, Carmen was reading the whole bowl. Whenever Granny makes a pot of alphabet soup, she invites Carmen to lunch. Ring, ring, Carmen, your granny's on the phone. So she's going to go off to her granny's house. And here's a little map. Beware. On this day, as always, Granny told Carmen it was important to stay on the path and beware the dangers along the way. Hi, Gran. Great alphabet soup. Yum. My favorite. Can't wait to see you too. Uh-huh. I'll be careful. You heard a wolf howl last night? No, I won't stop along the way. Right, I'm riding my bike. And I'll watch out for potholes too. Okay, be there soon. Bye. Clutter. Carmen rummaged through her clutter and gathered up pencils, paper, and paint, and everything else she might need along the way to Granny's. So just by hearing that, what do you think clutter means? Yep, it's like a whole bunch of stuff that you have just taking up a lot of space. Clutter. Dilly-dally. Some people dilly-dally once in a while, but Carmen made a habit of it. Carmen's mother reminded her to go directly, no dawdling. Don't dilly-dally, your granny will be waiting. Okay, bye. And that, what do you think dilly-dallying is? Yeah, dilly-dallying is when like you have to be somewhere, but you're doing a whole bunch of other stuff and you're taking your time. So you're gonna be late. So when someone says don't dilly-dally, it means stop what you're doing, get ready. Don't stop doing other things. Be ready or you're gonna be late. Don't dilly-dally. Carmen and Rufus took off through the woods. They rode up and down the hillside till they came to the edge of the fields. There were some big tracks along the path. Rufus kept sniffing the air. Still, Carmen thought this looked like a safe enough place just to stop and rest. Let's see what happens. Exquisite. It was a clear morning. The light was exquisite. Carmen began to make a picture for Granny. Exquisite means beautiful. Exception, like something like wow. Farther, she started filling her painting with color. It may have seemed far-fetched to think that any painting can be improved by adding a little more red, but Carmen believes to be true. The poppies in the distance caught her eye, and she wanted further to get to the book. That means you're going further on, going more and more and more and more. Green. Walking along carrying her easel, Carmen noticed how the sunlight flickered on the tall green grass, the ferns and flowers. She made sketches in her notebook. Granny would love this painting best of all. Haiku. Thinking of Granny, Carmen wrote a haiku. And this is really appropriate because April happens to be Poetry Month. My granny is plump. Her soup will make you want more. The secret is bones. And a haiku is a kind of poem. Indeed. Meanwhile, Rufus noted an odd scent in the air. Indeed, he knew a wolf when he smelled one. So now he's smelling the wolf. Joke. Rufus was nervous at the thought of a wolf nearby. It's no joke that a wolf can eat a dog in a blink of an eye. Typically, though, wolves eat mice and other small creatures. Knoll. By now, Carmen was far away on a knoll. Knoll's a kind of hill. She can see Granny's house and even Granny's sheep way in the distance. And she can still see Rufus, but just barely. Rufus is all the way over there. Lurking. Most wolves practice the fine art of lurking. Lurking is like kind of peeking out, just looking and kind of hiding so no one can see you. And you're watching, you're lurking around. And see, there's the wolf there lurking. Mimic. A mockingbird landed above Carmen's head. Mockingbirds are famous for their ability to mimic sounds. Mimic, what do you think mimic might mean from that? Right, mimic means to copy. This is one snarling, growling, licking its chops. It even howled, growl, snick, smack. So the mockingjay, it's mimicking the wolf. This word is not a very nice word. So I hope that you do not use this word. It's not a nice thing to say. So I'm going to teach you a word that you should not say. Nincompoop. Everyone knows it's not very nice to call a person or even a bird a nincompoop, but Carmen couldn't help herself. Omen. The mockingbird reminded Carmen that her granny had heard a wolf howl just last night. She wondered if the bird was a sign of trouble or a bad omen. Something bad's going to happen. Pluck. Anyone else might have gotten the heebie-jeebies from a bird making sounds like that, but Carmen had a good deal of pluck. She rolled up her sleeves and went back to painting. Quiver. A rustling noise in the bushes made Rufus quiver. When you're scared, kind of shake. Quivering. Reckoned. Rufus reckoned this was a full-fledged wolf in front of him. It's like when you acknowledge something. Could tell by the large eyes, big ears, and long nose and teeth. You're going where? To Granny's? And your friend too? It's where the little white house over the hill and through the fields. Granny has a flock of sheep. She's plump, perfect. Really, Granny makes the best soup you ever ate. Oh, and she makes it with bones. Surreal. Rufus began to bark, and the wolf knew exactly what he was saying. Surreal as it may seem, dogs are descendants of wolves, and it made sense that the wolf could understand his language. It took the wolf just a little while to get to Granny's house. He's at Granny's. Trouble. As soon as Granny spotted the wolf outside, she grabbed the key to lock the door. She didn't want trouble, but it was too late. Look at the size of those bones. Woo! Granny screamed at the top of her lungs. Doors slammed, pots splattered. Granny saw her kitchen turn upside down, and then it was quiet. Usually, the neighbors are home and would have heard Granny's cry for help, and usually a woodcutter's around. But on this day, he was deep in the woods, felling trees for a tree house. No wolf can climb a tree. We'll need a little piggy ladder and can add straw, sticks, bricks. Remember the 3 little pigs? There they are here. Voila! Carmen had explained as she was painting. It was at that moment she heard a cry, "Wolf!" Worry. When she heard the cry, she was filled with worry. Carmen raced to Granny's as fast as she could. Hang on, Rufus! X-ray. No one really has X-ray vision except for superheroes. Carmen was not a superhero. At the little white house, all she could see of Granny were her glasses flung across the floor. There were tracks and footprints, but no Granny. Wonder where her Granny is. Meanwhile, back at his den, the wolf had an armful of bones. His pups began to yap their heads off. Yap, 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 yap. Hops home and he's got bones, meaty bones. Yap, yap, yap. Yodel. When all seemed lost, Carmen and Rufus heard an odd noise, sort of like a yodel. The sound made Rufus berserk. Carmen yanked on the closet door. Yo, yo, yo. One day you head out down the road with no worries, and then the next moment you think your granny has been eaten up by a wolf, but just as quickly, voila, here she is, hiding in a closet, yodeling, and everything is okay. Carmen, Rufus, I'm so glad you're safe. The wolf pushed me in the closet. It was stuffy in there. I was too scared to come out, and then I was pretty sure I heard you two. Granny and Carmen served up the alphabet soup. Rufus ate the bone and Wolf left behind. Granny reminded Carmen that she had been told a zillion times not to dilly-dally in the woods. Carmen said that she would never dawdle again. She gave her Granny the painting she had done, and Granny hung it on the wall with the rest of Carmen's pictures. I promise. A brilliant masterpiece, your best work. I knew you'd like it. Carmen and Rufus zoomed home. They didn't stop once. So now she learned her lesson. She's not going to dilly-dally and stop and do everything. She's just going to keep going. And they got lucky with the wolf. And that was Carmen, a little more red. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.